I said, boy, what you doing back there, boy? Oh, we got us a zombie. Billy the kid back there, Punky the kid. We're gonna be doing some metal detecting over here today, so wish us luck. And he's gonna get to run the gold monster, finally. So he's been waiting for this day.
I see it.
What did you find over here?
A sticker.
I wonder who that is, Goldpan Suntan. Who do you think?
It says ghost is.
It says ghost is. So we've made it to our location. This is a pretty good long walk in here. We're gonna get the junior prospector. We're gonna teach him how to use the Gold Monster 1000 today. We'll see how that goes. Here we are at all this bedrock. Lots of little quartz veins in this stuff throughout here. This is kind of a high part, then it kind of drops off down here. There's going to be high chances of nails and crap all over this stuff. And in this bedrock, I mean, they're just fossils all over this stuff. I mean, you can just see them everywhere.
Can I see the fossil?
Look at this one right here.
Ooh,
That's a really nice one. There's one here. So you know what that means, right?
Yes.
All of this was underwater at one point. Okay, my boy, so lesson number 1 is he's got this thing in auto 1. What you do here, go ahead and grab the machine. This is what I want you to do. Go back and forth about that fast. Overlap back and forth like this. That's going to be lesson number 1. Okay, I'm going to let you do it all by yourself now. Go for it. Let's see how good you do. That is not too bad. Uh-oh.
What a beep noise.
He found something, boys. Let's get that dug up. That gold monster's got, I think it's 1 through 9 settings. You click it one more time, that goes to auto 1. You click it again, then it goes to auto 2. Pretty much, I would say 90% of the time I'm running it in auto 1. I just seem to like that. I'm trying to focus my time in using that setting to where I get really good at it, and then maybe I'll move on to auto 2 after I know auto 1 very well. The thing about it is you click the button and you go up through 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth till you pass 9, and then that's where you get to auto 1. So turning down the detector actually puts it on its strongest setting because 9 is its strongest setting. There have been times where I have to work that metal detector where I'm on auto 1, it just seems to be squawking too much. I've ground balanced it, it won't kind of quiet up. Maybe it's a big target. I'll take and I'll have to go down to probably around 6. Sometimes I go down to 5 or 6 and then use it again right there. Don't forget about that. You'll find yourself that it's very useful to know that, oh, well, hold on a second here. I can go down to 5 or 6 and try it. I can bump it up to 6 or 7 and give that a shot. Then when you feel you've found the target, you can bump it back up to auto 1 to dig it out. Boy, this guy over here, he's a squirrely one. He's got lots of energy. Target number 1 was that. A tiny little piece of lead. So we're on the right track. Let me get this camera set up. We still got a bunch of targets in here. Go ahead, swing that metal detector. We got a whole bunch of targets in here, guys. Let's get to the bottom of them. On lesson number 2 of the day, stick your tongue out at me, boy. You see that thing right there? Your tongue is almost exactly what this round thing is. This is the tongue of the machine, pretty much, all right? What does your tongue do?
It looks for gold.
It looks for gold, yeah. Your tongue looks for gold. But when you're eating crackers or you're eating ice cream, that's what tastes, right? So this little round thing right here, this is just like a tongue. And it tastes the ground, okay? Or it's kind of like even your nose. It's smelling the ground or it's tasting the ground. When we're doing this stuff, I'll show you this here. Okay, do you see this over here? What is that?
It's gold.
It's like a gold bar. What is this over here?
A nail.
That's like a nail, yeah. And so this little black dot here, you see it?
Mm-hmm.
When it's tasting with its tongue like gold, this black thing will fill up over here. But when it's tasting something like metal, like junk that we don't want, this black thing will shoot over here. When you hear a noise, when the machine beep, 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 beeps, you want to be looking to see where this black line is going, if it's over here or if it's going over here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You see how it's going over to the gold side? It's kind of going over to the metal too. But it pretty much stand over on the gold side. That target right there, that's a good one. That's one that we really want to dig up, is this one right here. So let's get that baby dug up. We'll be back, guys, here in a sec. Well, this thing was smacking off over on the precious metals side. It's just a little tiny piece of lead. I love finding lead almost as much as I do gold. So let me put this down in our little rat pack stash pile over here. I'm gonna set this camera up back over this way. Mr. Punky, he's gonna go at this little ledge here with the metal detector. Sorry about that, guys. It is not 1 through 9. It is settings 1 through 10, then auto 1, bump it up one more time, and that's auto 2. Now this machine also has a function for discriminate. And discriminate means that it tries to filter out all of the junk. The Gold Monster 1000 is very sensitive, very powerful. I can swing over a place, get 40, 50 targets, go into discriminate, give that a shot. It'll wipe out probably 80% of what I was picking up on before. In some ways, I'm kind of a little bit leery to use discriminate, just due to the fact that I think, there's a possibility that it will reduce the sensitivity in such a manner that maybe I'll go over the top of a piece of gold and not even realize that it's down there. One of these days, after I've mastered auto 1 and auto 2, maybe I'll go in and start fooling around with the discrimination a little bit more. Typically what I do out in the field is I just do kind of a self-discrimination by bumping it down, like I was telling you guys earlier. Lowering the sensitivity down to where I think it would be fairly manageable. Lesson number 3 with the Gold Monster coming up. It probably should have been lesson number 1, to be honest with you, but at least we're covering it now. Let me pass this camera off over to Mr. Squirrely here. Hopefully he'll get a good shot of this. I'll show him how to ground balance this thing. on this machine, I told you that this is the tongue, right? And it tastes the ground, okay? So first thing you do is you come over, you turn on the machine like this, and there are different tastes, right? There's different ice cream, there's pizza.
Pizza.
There's all kinds of different stuff out there.
Yeah, pizza.
So when we're out in the ground and out in the woods, when we're out in the ground and we're out in the woods, the ground tastes different too. It has all kinds of different tastes, minerals, okay? So we need to get a taste of the ground is what we're gonna be doing with this machine. And this is what you do. You go down, you just take it all over the place like this, you see? You see how it doesn't make no more noise anymore? When you first start it up, the first thing you do before you go metal detecting is you have to ground balance it. And then from time to time, if you move from this kind of hard rock to, let's say, some dirt way up over there, like a different area, then you're gonna have to ground balance it again. But for now, let's put this thing to the test. Let's get a bunch of targets dug up. Guys, here in a minute, he found one target over here in this ledge. So we're gonna get that dug up. We've dug up a couple small targets, just some lead so far. We're gonna get to work. We're gonna throw this camera off to the side. There's a bunch of targets here. So we ought to have a whole bunch to show you guys here in a minute. Some of these targets on the bedrock over here, I've had to get my little dustpan and broom out. Watch, let me show you. It's too hard to like get these into the scoop by hand. So I've had to break up my stupid little broom and dustpan to sweep the parts into the dustpan, and then I'm just using the dustpan on the top of the metal detector instead of the scoop. But in the scoop, he's gonna put a little bit in his hand. Okay, run it over the scoop. Where's it at? Where's it at?
Here.
Throw the scoop. Check it again. You lost it? Oh, try it again. Try it again. No, no, no. Oh, no, we lost it. Maybe one of these days he'll like this so much that I can just sit around and kind of supervise. He's learning good today. He's been doing a dang good job. It's always nice to have some company out here. We'll be back to show you all the junk we found. Somebody's starting to run out of gas in his tank. Wonder who that is. He's getting a little tired. But anyway, what time is it?
1, 2, 3. Showtime!
All right, guys, wanted to show you the findings from today. We've got shell casings, all kinds of little pieces of metal, a bunch of lead. Here's a 22 case. Oh, what is he throwing in here? Nice little piece of quartz right there. That's a good little piece. And buckshot and some little tiny pieces of metal. And here's that nice fossil again. And all of this stuff, there's just tons of them everywhere. There's another one that had already fallen off. We've been out here for a good part of the day and the sun is going down. We only have about 30 more minutes before we get into shade. Temperatures are gonna drop quick. We're gonna get out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Hope you learned a little something on the gold monster. No gold to this video, but that's how it goes when you metal detect. If you get a chance, smash out our subscribe button and we'll see you guys next week.
Right here.